It's time. You're tuned in to the Fat Man Gaming Podcast. Let's press start.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Fat Man Gaming Podcast. With me, your host, as always, I am the Fat Man here at the Fat Man Gaming. Down below, the new host with the most is Sir Nathan.
Howdy.
So, all right, guys. So it's been a crazy week. We did skip an episode last week just because schedules were misaligned, and yeah, Nathan was busy, I was busy, and not feeling too well, and it's just been chaos ever since. So to start things off, like we always do, we're gonna do a little bit of some news stuff. So yeah, so recently announced the final nail in the coffin to the Xbox whole story. Steam has entered the console war. Steam announced the Steam Machine. I'm calling it the Steam Machine 2.0. It is a hybrid between a home console and a PC. Specs are well, specs are they're not finalized yet. I don't think. They s- they are, but I forgot to look them up. But it's 6 times more powerful than the Steam Deck, which is crazy because the Steam Deck is a little engine that could in a small machine. Um, but yeah, also rumored to be coming out alongside the long-awaited Half-Life 3. Um, Half-Life 3 kind of leaked out on a game purchasing website, um, and then was promptly removed. Um, so yeah, man, the Steam Machine coming out, they pulled the trigger on the console PC hybrid before Microsoft, furthering the argument that I made last episode about why even develop a SKU for the Xbox. So Nathan, what do you think about the Steam Machine? Is it something that you're looking forward to? And do you think it hurts Xbox?
Oh, it definitely hurts Xbox.
Yeah.
This is tough, bro. I
Yeah.
mean, for God, I'm so for God's sakes, it's literally a goddamn box. Like, I mean, like we're like, oh, it's like it's the GameCube again. It's just like, dude, just look at it. It's a fucking box, bro. This is it's almost like the Steam is rubbing it in. It's so funny, actually, to me. Genuinely, like, the more I think about this, actually, and like, I haven't really thought about it that much because I'm like, I'm not a PC guy, so ultimately maybe I might get this just because it is in the reason I don't like PC gaming is because I have to use a PC. I associate PC with work. And that's because record music and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Whenever I use a computer for, I want to say the first 10 years of my life, or like, like just anytime I've ever used a PC, it's always been for or a computer for anything, it's always been for working. So whenever I think of a console, that's for play. When I think of a PC, that's for work. So in my brain, that's just how I've always separated. I know that you can do better on PC, you can emulate and all that kind of stuff, which
Yeah.
trust me, yeah, love it. Especially when it comes to like, you think I'm gonna buy Panzer Dragoon Saga? There's no reason to. Okay, like I'm sorry, but it- I think of this will be a hit as long as they keep it in a reasonably sensible price range, which my my ultimate perspective on that is if it's any more than $600 there's going to be some barking because
Yeah.
600 I feel like is a if you're going to get a very powerful machine to be able to play Steam games like a PC, $600 would be probably, I think, a good spot where they could make a good amount of money, but also we wouldn't necessarily feel like we're getting gypped super hard because that is relatively like a console price at this point.
Right.
Now, whether or not, people are like, I miss the days of $400 consoles. I get it. But at the same time, like, I don't know what to tell you. $400 consoles have been, I mean, to be fair, they've been a thing since the 90s. Anyway, but
Yeah.
the problem is like, yeah, technology gets like more innovative and everything. However, like costs have got to come from somewhere. And like, from what I know, they're not going to price it based off of the fact that it's based like they're going to like assume that you're going to be buying games on Steam. They're
Right.
because like because they I think they sold I think I saw somewhere that they sold the Steam Deck at a lower price because they knew that you would use Steam to buy it. I think they're wising it maybe a little bit more this time because you can yeah
Yeah. Yeah. I
get
mean,
around it.
the coolest. Hey, turn that light back on. The coolest thing about the console itself is it's really small, like
Yeah,
really small. The other thing too is it is the controller. I really like the controller. I know this is probably isn't gonna come in too clear on my end, but that's the new controller. So it's got the two touchpads down at the bottom, the analog PlayStation style analog sticks, but with the Xbox formity. So it looks really comfortable. Looks really cool. The touchpads are a plus, especially if you're playing games like Diablo or any of the dungeon crawlers. That's going to be something that definitely going to be awesome. But yeah, I really like that controller. Then in the Steam console itself, it's a nice little thing. So it looks like if you cut an Xbox Series X literally into the smallest portion possible, and then attached an Alexa to the bottom of it with the little blue kit light. Um, but yeah, I honestly think it's really cool. I really do want one. Now the price that I'm assuming that so the rumored price that's been floating around is $500. Um, I don't think it's gonna hit that. I think this thing's gonna be close to $1,000. And so does a YouTuber who I really don't like watching, but I will from time to time with LTT, so Linus Tech Tips. He was actually in the Valve building and he was talking to them about, so he said, I know he had made a reference to them about the console being 500 and they room went silent and people were looking at him like he was nuts. So I don't think we're going to be getting that if that's the reaction he got. Um,
because we
but
ultimately have to face it. Like shit's expensive now, and like we're
yeah.
in like I think companies are like they're not able to get as much as like they probably have wanted to in the past because they were like I imagine a lot of this stuff probably ran on the hope of hey we'll sell units and we'll sell like digital stuff, but eventually people will figure out. I mean, we figured out how to mod a Switch at this point, and Lord knows Nintendo tried their darn hardest in order to make sure that you couldn't. Okay, so yeah, so and that's why the Switch 2 is so crazy because they're trying to
Yeah.
make sure that you actually buy the god darn thing. So I'm like,
Well,
yeah, it makes sense.
and that's why it gets constant updates too to prevent hacking, just like they
Yeah.
did this most recent update, which actually bricked third-party docs. So that was interesting. Um, but yeah, man, Steam Machine, I honestly think it's going to eat Xbox's lunch. It goes even further into my theory of why even make a SKU for the Xbox at this point. You can cut Xbox out at 30% and just make games and develop them for the PlayStation, the Steam Machine, and Steam, and pretty much call it a day. Um, Microsoft obviously will publish their own games and they should be okay. But yeah, I honestly don't see developers at this point having to make an Xbox SKU. Um, but yeah, that's my final thoughts on that, man. I definitely want one if the price is right. If not, I'll wait for a little bit. But yeah. Final verdict, Nathan? Yay or nay?
It depends on the price, but I think that if they do it in a pretty comfortable price range for a good majority of people, I think it'll be fine. I th- well, the most I'd probably spend on a PC or a console version of a PC, which essentially this is what it is. Um, if I had the money to spend on it, I'd probably say 800. After that, it's gonna be a little bit hard to like kind of justify it. It's like at that point, it's like, dude, I might as well just like build a PC. Which and like I'm
Yes.
computer stupid, and even then,
Yeah.
I'm like, nope, time to start cracking, time to start, figuring this out. I mean, I imagine this like what PC players were like thinking for like the longest time because it's not like $400 wasn't a lot of money in '95 when the Sega Saturn came out, right? So yeah,
Yeah.
so like the excuse of like consoles have always been a little more expensive. Yeah, especially the games until '95 when the PlayStation came out and equalized game prices, and then we all got a little bit too comfortable.
Yeah.
But we're not going to get into that.
I, I I'd personally say I'd be a buyer at 6.99. I could see that for me.
699 would be pretty good. Like,
Yeah.
and the more I think like the 500 would be like the hell yeah
That's the s-
enthusiastic. The 600 was like the okay pretty damn good.
yeah.
700 is like all right. 800 is like all right. After that, it's kind of a hard. It's
It's
kind
yeah,
of harder to
it's
sell.
yeah, it's a pass at that point.
No, the
But
four
yeah,
hundred dollars, like when with somebody who said that, I'm like, bro, if they sold that for $400, that'd be the
I
biggest laugh my ass off thing ever. I'm like, I don't know how they did that. They probably like,
I think at $400 they hurt PlayStation at that point.
yeah, no, and that'd be hilarious because you know,
Yeah.
why not have some competition? But at the same time, competition only really, I don't know, it only really like arises when everything's going good. When everything's kind of going bad, only the strong kind of survive. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep, yep. All right. Moving on. Nathan has a game he wants to talk about. So yeah, take it away, Nate.
All right, so the Tales of franchise has a recent announcement for a remaster, and that would be for Tales of Berseria. Now, I love this game. It was my number six favorite game of all time. Like, I love this game. Now, here's the thing. It's the most unnecessary remaster I've ever seen in my life. Like, bro, okay, so I got the other ones because, we're just going to talk about the PS3 ones because it seems like they have a little common theme here. Aside from Tales of Symphonia, which, to be fair, they did do the remastered version of the PS3 version, which is not the preferable version. I think most Tales of fans would have preferred it's like if they could have gone to the original files of like maybe the GameCube version because that was at 60 frames and they can't really seem to get because the PS2 version was at 30 and it's been it's been the re-release version of Symphonia ever since and it's no the Tales fans and I'm tired of hearing it. So that
Yeah.
was the only one that's like not PS3 basically. We had the Graces of remaster, which I have the original ones because I don't care. Then we had the Tales of Zillia remaster. No Zelia too, don't know why not. And then so there's really none left to do except for Zestiria, which
It's a couple of
I
them that the fans want.
no. Well, they want one of these. Well, maybe
Yeah.
this, not this, but at the same time, why not?
Yeah.
But like the problem is they also want like some of the stuff that we never got over here in English. Like I there's a bunch of them that we never got over here. Like way too many of them. Like like Tales of
Was it-
Innocence, the remake of the first couple of games.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like Tales of Rebirth, Tales. Yeah, no, there's a bunch of them that we didn't even get over here. But the problem is, I think that they're maybe a little hesitant to maybe remaster PS2 era games because maybe they don't see them as like as valuable. Which I think Of the Abyss would be like some fans would probably say Of the Abyss would be an exception to that. I don't think they really liked Legendia. Like fans, I don't think really liked that one too much. So
Yeah.
it's kind of one of those things where it's like, what do you expect them to do? Because they're kind of running out of games from the middle era of Tales of to remaster that are easy enough relatively to remaster. Because I don't think Amy really expected the remaster project to like, be super extensive. Like, we're going to remaster, we're going to like, I don't know, release I don't know, Tales of Eternia or Tales of Destiny with a full English dub or something like that. It's like I don't think they're going to be doing anything crazy like that. And if they do, I mean, like they're doing PS1 era games, which like to comment to like the least common denominator of gamers is not going to be appealing. So I think they're kind of aware of that, but unfortunately, that puts them in the position of not. There isn't really anything that like could be like re-release it to be to reach a further audience aside from basically the only handful of HD games they still kind of have left because they stuck more so with the HD games rather than going back to do anything more like GameCube, PS2, and beforehand. So it's
Yeah.
frustrating, but like I understand it from a we're not really trying to like go back and polish up a PlayStation 2 game. I get that, like, I imagine that's a little bit more of a pain than it's really worth, especially when it comes to like how much money you're going to get out of it when you actually do release the darn thing. Because like $40 for Grace's F or Symphonia is probably going to net them more than $40 for like Tales of Destiny 1 or 2. Unless you talk about the like comparison to retro prices, but that's only going to really like intrigue collectors and hyper fans, which yeah. A collection would be more in order for older titles. So in terms of like, individually remastering games, it kind of makes sense for Berseria. Actually, at the same time, it doesn't though, because why this is the most recent one. You still have Xillia 2 and Zestiria. So it doesn't make sense. That's my kind of overall point, is that it just doesn't make, I don't know, like, and this is coming from someone who, this is my favorite Tales game. I love Berseria. I really do. Why this
Well,
one though?
yeah,
Like I can play this on my PS5 right the fuck now, and it still looks great. Like, oh, the engine. I don't care. Shut up. Like, and it's not like they're gonna improve anything when it comes to graphics. This is basically just, it's not a remaster. It's a definitive version of it. It's a like a hey, this this game exists. You can have all the DLC now, and we added a couple things to make the game slightly easier to manage, which I think is just baby proofing for not like for non JRPG people. It's just, I don't know. It feels unnecessary. That's the only reason why I kind of,
yeah.
yeah. It just feels like weird. I'm like, you don't need to do that though. I mean, like, I love the love for Berseria, but it's not necessary in my opinion. But yeah, that's just all I want to say about that. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, we know about not getting games here in America. Nintendo, Mother 3.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Well, yeah. It's just for
yeah,
the Tales of games. Like they focus more on the console games for outside of Japan releases, but like the
right.
Tales of like the hardcore Tales fans want them more like the handheld kind of style era, and like the PlayStation 1 era stuff. And unfortunately, that's kind of like, mm, I don't know. That's like saying you want Majin Tensei 1 and 2 remastered from the Shin Megami Tensei guys. It's like, that's a hard pitch, my dude. Nobody's gonna really buy that aside from psychopaths like me. But yeah,
Do you hear when I'm talking to them?
no, I didn't.
Okay. Little brats. Um, no, yeah, yeah, I know. I've seen a lot of people. I heard seen a lot of fans calling for Listeria, so I'm like, I have no idea about the Tales games. I've never played any of them. Um, but yeah, moving on to the main topic. Um, we are going to go over the Game Awards, guys. Game Awards are coming up really, really soon. We want to go over the categories. We're going to talk about who we think is going to win each category. There is a couple of categories at the very beginning we clearly probably won't give two shoots about. Um,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, and then we'll go over some game predictions on trailers that we might see, movie trailers we might see. Um, but yeah, so let's roll right into it. But before we do that, shout out to Smash JT over on Twitter at smashjt.com. Shut the fuck up. Nobody cares. Uh, moving on to the main topic though. Um, we have so we're gonna go by category, but before we do that, we are going to do a couple of predictions. I say two each sounds about good. We'll go over a game that we think might get announced or re-announced, and a movie trailer that we might see. So I'll go first with movie trailer. I know it just started filming, but the company, Sony Pictures in Colombia, they've got a they're pretty quick about doing movie releases. They're able to get trailers together pretty quick, especially with the way that they film. But and it was kind of hinted at, and some set pictures have already leaked and videos. I think we see the first trailer for the Legend of Zelda movie at the Game Awards.
Nice.
Um, some set pictures have already leaked. Some secret filming that people who aren't supposed to be filming have leaked. Link looks amazing. I really do dig the kid that they chose for him. Zelda looks amazing. Um, possible Impa sighting was captured. Um, but yeah, man, that's my predict. I think we see a Legend of Zelda movie trailer, and yeah, what do you think, dude? Are you looking forward to this movie?
I mean, that'd be cool. I'm not much of a Zelda guy, so I can't really like, say one way or the other, but it'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting to see how they would adapt it. Whether or not Link talks is going to be a thing, but we'll see.
I'll
As long
say
as
it.
it's
I'll say it right now. If Link talks, I leave the theater.
fair. I feel like that's been like a definitely a point of like, like, hey guys, you know that if he doesn't talk, no one is going to care. I'm like,
There,
yeah, or if he doesn't if he doesn't talk, then that's what they want. Like nobody wants him really to talk. They kind of want him to
yeah.
be like, yeah.
There is a piece of lore in one of the Zeldas that he took an oath of silence, made him a better warrior. So maybe they go with that. I doubt it though. I have a feeling he's gonna talk. It only makes sense. I mean, theoretically, he does talk, because you are Link in the game, so you talk through him or he talks through you, and they kind of respond in such manner, the NPCs. Um, But yeah, I mean, so the one thing that's kind of confusing, and I don't know where they're going with this, it's probably going to be its own story at this point. It's his outfit looks all really from the Twilight Princess Zelda, and Zelda's wearing definitely what she was wearing in the Breath of the Wild series. So they're mismatching a couple of things there. Um, but I don't know. I like the director. I think it's going to be a great movie. But yeah,
Who's the director?
it is the guy I forgot. It's the guy that made let me double check to make sure I get this right because I don't want to botch it. Uh Movie and it's director. It's Wes Ball. And then Wes Ball did movies
Maze Runner. Let's see.
yeah, so he did Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, which is a bomb, a freaking great movie. Maze Runner, and then a couple of other movies like that. So yeah, it's in good hands because Kingdom of the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is awesome. What a great movie, dude. So I'm in good in hopes with that. But yeah, man, that was my first prediction. What do you got? What do you think?
I don't really think in terms of movies because when it comes
Oh,
to
it
like a movie,
don't have to be a movie. It could be anything you want.
okay, okay. I just want I want another armor core. God damn it! I know I'm selfish, but I just want another armor core. Because like especially now that I'm like a super fan of Armored Core, uh,
Understandable.
if they drop another one, I'm going to be immediately glued to the screen. It's like to be fair, anytime I see From Software, I'm like I'm immediately I'm like you have my attention because I don't think they've released anything that I could say I'm like I've been. I mean like I don't like
I've
Dark
yet
Souls 2,
I've
but
yet to see a bad game this in the recent years.
yeah, like they've killed it. Like and like a truly bad game, you can be like, I don't like this one or whatever. Like, and
Even
some people love Dark Souls too, whatever. But I mean, like,
even Night Rain was phenomenal.
I love Night Rain. I've put too much time into that, man. It's so it's gotten me. It's gotten me through recently. It helps me. It's nice and distracting. I like the fact that it's nice and fast paced. So
Right.
I like you really can't like think of anything else other than the game in front of you. You
Oh
really
yeah.
have to focus. I love that. It's great. Anyway, I don't other than that, I can't really think of like anything that'd be like a I really do hope something from Devil May Cry would be cool
Oh
cuz
yeah.
Capcom is about to run into a situation where they're almost out of stuff to do. Like you can do like they'll probably do like maybe Resident Evil 5 next as a remake.
Oh God,
But
God, I hope so.
or maybe like if they really wanted to make fans like hyper fans happy, Code Veronica. But I'm gonna say this right now, I don't think that's gonna happen solely based on the fact that Resident Evil 3 remake wasn't a full like it was way more stripped down than the original 3, or like it in comparison, especially to the 2 remake. It
Yeah.
felt like so it's like I know there's 2 different teams working on it, but like, and that's how like they separate things. But if like I get it, because also like if you looked at the history of Resident Evil 3, it was also seen as lacking in comparison to to Resident Evil 2, and it was criticized harshly for that too. So it's almost like history repeats itself.
Yeah.
Um,
It
uh,
was I know that it's been almost confirmed and rumored now. Well, it's rumored but almost confirmed. They are working on Resident Evil Veronica N Zero right now for remake. So
okay, I'll eat shit then. Okay, uh, no, because
I
like I
I
hope
think
so. That'd be cool.
yeah, I
That'd be
think they
cool.
do it. I think they're gonna do it in a double pack, to be honest.
I know that they're doing an Onimusha, like
Oh
a kind
yeah.
of an Onimusha sequel. I'm trying to think of like anything that's going to be new, because I don't know. We haven't heard anything new from the Tales of series. I would, if we can get Persona or like some kind of Shin Megami Tensei announcement, because that's also one thing I will say. I haven't paid attention to Atlas too much recently, but in terms of their like current announcements of like what they have in store for current releases, as far as I know, it's only Persona 4's remake, which I'm not going to expect for a while. And quite frankly, as much as I love Persona 4, I really do. I even have the stupid limited run version of like the Midnight Channel version for PS4. I hate how much money I spent on it, and I hate how much it costs actually now that on resale. It's kind of gross. Um, I don't care that much about a Persona 4 remake, because Persona 4 is its own like. Well, eventually, I do want to have a Persona talk, because
I have to play them. That with
I still need to go through the original Persona and the Persona 2 duology, and maybe dabble into the Q games a little bit, and like some of the maybe the dancing spin-offs a little bit. But however, like I'm not gonna expect you to do that. I maybe like, play maybe 3, 4, 5, maybe, and I can take I can take the helms from for 1 and 2, because I would, as someone who's tried to play 1 like way too many times, I don't want to put that through. I don't want to put anybody else through that, okay? But
Gotcha.
I would love to see another thing from Atlas for like a Shin Megami Tensei or like a Persona related thing, because like they did do that Raito remaster, and I haven't played that yet. I've heard it was good, and I'll eventually get to that whenever I get in the mood. I played SMT5 Vengeance recently, and SMT5, we'll say this for the SMT chat. Actually, well, I have to play through 1 and 2 and if as well. It's the same kind of situation. I've only played 3, 4, and 5, both Persona and SMT related. Hilarious. I feel like that's the majority of people, because nobody really goes back and plays those originals because they're kind of old. Welcome to it. But
Yeah.
I would love a Persona announcement, or like some kind of Atlas announcement, but I don't know if that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But that's gonna be like my kind of like, give me an SMT one. Why not? Coin in the fountain. Why not?
I think yeah. And then my next prediction, I think we see Final Fantasy VII remake part 3. I think the trailer drops at Game Awards. I have a feeling this is either going to be the first announcement or the final announcement. Like Keeley will come out. Thanks for joining us, guys. Do his whole blah 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 thing, and then we want to leave you with one more thing. It's Cloud in the game, and the final chapter is here.
Or he just announces another goddamn Hideo Kojima game. It's a
There's
joke.
also that too.
Yeah. As much as like, I'm a look, I get it. Like, I'm a Kojima fanboy. I love it, but at the same time, I'm also like, I can see the favoritism from a mile away.
Oh yeah,
I'm not gonna call it out necessarily because, again, fan, but
yeah.
tough. It's, to be fair, about time that man got the respect that he deserved.
Oh yeah. All right. And then, did you have another prediction, or you just want to move right into it?
Um, they already announced the Mega Man Star Force collection, so I'm like, I don't think
Yeah.
there's anything like I'd really. Um, I don't know. I as far as like, things I personally really care about, um, not really. I mean, it'd be. Hmm.
Yeah.
I'd almost like, maybe like, dude, if they can finally, I don't know, some kind of like Final Fantasy remake of anything old, that'd be great. I don't know if they could. I don't know, just some kind of like weird Final
There's
Fantasy remake spin-off kind of thing. That'd be cool. I don't know, just for funsies.
there's the rumored 9 remake that nobody knows what's going on with, and then
Yeah, that kind of
yeah.
feels like it's just in cuck limbo. It's just
Yeah.
sitting in the chair, like, when can I?
All right. Well then, all
Sorry.
right. Well, moving on to the main topic then. So we're gonna skip the first couple of categories that I think I've decided because they're
Like the
dumb and that yeah.
esports, content
So
creator. Sorry.
so esports team, esports athlete and game, don't care. Content creator of the year, we can start there.
Actually, yeah, why not? I might as well actually start caring about content creators because I'm starting to talk like
Yeah,
I'm one for some goddamn reason. I
exactly.
don't. I
So
only
yeah,
know two of these.
I
But
know most
anyway,
of them, yeah. So content creator of the year, we have Gabriel, we have Kai Kanat or Senate, we
Kai's
have
not.
Moist Critical, we got
Sorry.
Sakura Miku, and then we have the Burnt Peanut. Nathan, who do you think's gonna take this category?
Just because of how much like you keep hearing about him, even if you actually don't care, it's gonna be Kai, in my personal opinion. That man has triumphed in 2025, and I hate and like you can like him or not. I liked him during his Elden Ring stream, then I kind of got a little sad during the Bloodborne one. But it
Yeah.
was also like one of the coolest things ever when he finally did beat Consort Dawn. I'm like, all right, dude, we've all been there. Any clip of you beating Consort Dawn, I'm like, all right, cool. You earned that dub. Good shit on you, bro.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, so yeah, I like Charlie a lot because dude's like dude's based. I like this guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just don't know the other three though. So like I don't
I
know
don't
who Cadriel is if I'm being completely honest with you. Nor Sakura Miko. I feel like I've heard that name a lot. I'm not too much into the VTuber space. I'm more in like the
yeah.
more
Yeah.
niche kind of space for that.
Yeah. The Burnt Peanut, he's funny, but he's not like yeah, yeah. I mean, I personally I'm going to vote for Moist Critical. I love the
Yeah,
dude. I really do love the
yeah.
dude. I like how
No,
he's definitely critical of certain companies that need to be made critical of. But
yeah.
yeah,
Absolutely.
Moist
No, like dude, I feel like I agree with like 80% of his views, which I think a lot of
yeah.
people will be like, why can't it be 100 because they're not you, bro. So like I'd like if I really cared to vote in this whole thing because I really don't care about voting. I'd probably vote for Charlie. Um,
Yeah.
Although I
Um
know Kai Snot's gonna take it just for the fact that this dude
I do
had a
like Kai.
fantastic year. He
I
had a
do like
great
Kai.
year,
Yeah. I do
and
like Kai, but
yeah,
I gotta go with my boy, Moist
yeah,
Critical.
of course, yeah.
All right. Um
Most
mo-
anticipated game?
yeah, most anticipated game. The nominees are 007 First Light, Grand Theft Auto, I mean, come on. Grand Theft Auto 6, Wolverine, Resident Evil Requiem, and then The Witcher 4. I could give two shits about The Witcher. Um, I mean, come on, this is a no-brainer.
I mean,
But
like, yeah, obviously it's gonna be Grand Theft Auto, but at the same time, I like for personal, actually, I don't care about Grand Theft Auto 6 because I don't play Grand Theft
I'm
Auto.
not a Grand Theft Auto guy either. I know, guys,
But
you're
I
gonna
know
think that,
but it's like the
yeah,
Kai Cenat of like, it's gonna win because
yeah.
duh. And like,
Personally,
yeah,
personally, my most anticipated game is 007 First Light. That game looks freaking incredible.
I heard is it being developed by the same people who do who did the recent Hitman games?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Well, in that case, this is gonna be solid because I only played Hitman 1 on PS4, but even then, I'm like, yo, this is like some kind of like actually methodical Metal Gear Solid shit, and I love it. It's so
Yeah.
good.
I mean,
Like, I only played a couple missions, but I'm like, yo, this the many things you can interact with in these levels is great. It's awesome.
the
No, yeah,
now granted, I am excited for Wolverine, but it's coming from Insomniac, so I know what I'm getting.
yeah. It's
So yeah. But yeah, for me it's 007 First Light. I will be voting for that as well, but we
I am
all
excited.
know what
I'm excited to see Requiem. Maybe like I'm excited to see that happen, but Yeah, no, I think the only thing I definitely don't care about The Witcher 4 either. Not because like I have anything harboring against The Witcher or anything like that. It's just I never played The Witcher, so again, not a PC player, so and even then people playing like, 3 Wild Hunt, I never got it on the trend because for the most part when it comes to gaming, I don't get FOMO.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I get FOMO when it comes to like, like certain things. If I think it looks cool as well as other people like it, then obviously I get like duh. But if like it's like, oh, other people like it, and I'm like, this looks kind of dumb, I don't care.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But Resident Evil Requiem, I'm looking forward to seeing how that does, just because reviews I've seen of like the progression of Resident Evil over the course of the last couple of years has been interesting because I feel like they've been on the up and up overall. I feel like that like there's fluctuations in who likes and dislikes certain entries in the series. I mean, to be fair, like there's always like, Resident Evil 7 was pretty darn good, and then you had the 2 remake, which was fantastic, and then you had the 3 remake, which was disappointing in comparison, but still pretty good
It
because it's
was
working off the
it was
base
all right.
of the 2 remake kind of engine. So like it'll work out. It's fine. And then you also had an 8, which most people I feel like liked it, but then there were some people who felt that it was a detraction rather than an addition, uh,
Right.
because it got a little too complicated. It felt more like Resident Evil 4 rather than classic Resi.
Yeah.
That's what I got from like that's what I see from other people and what like their view on it. So I'm interested to see where they go with Requiem. I know that they wanted to do something like weird with it at first, but then after playtesting, and they were like, let's just make it a classic Resi. Let's just not do anything kind of crazy online live service crap. Let's just keep it simple, okay, guys." So luckily, I think it will be a more maybe like a mixture of 7 and 8 rather than trying to do anything that's like further like, like how I feel like, if we're gonna like, do some comparisons, 7 feels like it's a mixture of like the first 3. 8 feels like it's a mixture of like a little bit of like, 4, and then maybe 5 and 6 mixed in there if you want to be, mean about it. And then like, well, okay, what's the or like or like, it's like, what's the progression after that? Is it going to get crazier, or is it going to be more like kind of subdued rather than like kind of like arcadey? You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Moving
Anyway,
on to the next category, we have best
best adaptation.
adaptation. Now, all of these are great
I know which one you're going for.
except for one. Um, so the nominees are a Minecraft movie, Devil May Cry, Splinter Cell Death Watch, The Last of Us Season 2, and then Until Dawn. Now, 4 out of 5 of these were great. Uh, Clearly, I'm going for Devil May Cry. It got me back into anime single-handedly. Phenomenal music, phenomenal intro, insanely great voice acting, a storyline that actually brought me to tears a couple of times. Um, uh, Dante's Dante in the show is just crazy freaking
It's
good.
just, well, because it's
John
Johnny Bosch, bro.
Johnny Young Bosch killed it.
Which
Phenomenal actor.
that is my
Late.
favorite voice actor of all
Oh
time
yeah,
now. Absolutely.
Lady was awesome. The rabbit. I did the whole series. I can't wait for season 2. I'm going to rewatch it again soon. That's how much I loved it. The Minecraft movie, great movie. I laughed. I wanted to hate this movie. Jack Black being Blackjack, and then he had the Axeman himself. Um, what's his name? I always
Jason
forget his.
Momoa.
Yeah, Jason Momoa, fucking
He
awesome
he
guy.
looks like the JD Vance meme, bro.
um,
He looks like a
Splinter
Chad JD Vance. I hate it. Sorry.
Splinter Cell Death Watch. It was good. You know, lived up to the Splinter Cell name. Not something I'd watch again, but it was good.
Yeah,
Until
that's good.
Dawn. Until Dawn was a better movie than it should have been. Um,
Really
yeah, Until Dawn. It's on Netflix right now. Um,
nice. That's awesome.
it's a great movie. I wanted to hate the movie, but I ended up really liking it. Not over violent. Not over. It was a great. It brought me back to the '90s era of movies because it was just a campy, dumb people get into this dumb situation and then they figure it out a little bit at a time. And it also had the guy who is the replacer in the Call of Duty commercials. So yeah, that was awesome. Then we get to the weakest one of the link. The Last of Us Part 2. The Last of Us Part 2 is quite possibly the worst thing I've seen in a long time. Now, the Last of Us franchise, incredible. Love the games. One and two, love them both. The series, first series, season, great, phenomenal. Season two, destroyed everything. And I wanted to give Bella Ramsey the benefit of the doubt. She's a terrible actress. I'm sorry. No talent, just awful. I don't care what she looks like. That's here or there. That has nothing to do with it. She's just not a good actress. She definitely wasn't the part of Ellie. I think if anything, they should have swapped roles and had the girl that plays Abby be Ellie.
Goddamn right. Sorry.
Um, but I mean, the show was single-handedly ruined by one line, and it was the "I'm gonna be a dad." Uh, Destroyed the entire season. Completely unnecessary. I know why they did it. You know, sometimes you just gotta. They want to. I don't even want to get into it because it's a sensitive subject for a lot of people, but I get why they did it. They didn't have to though. But yeah, I personally am going to be going for Devil May Cry. I think Devil May Cry has the muscle to wait it out. But yeah, what do you think, Nathan?
All right, so I'm not gonna lie to you. I've only seen one of these, and that's Devil May Cry anime. I'll talk about that last. Actually, hearing that the Until Dawn movie was actually like better than it should be is actually kind of kind of cool. I'm glad that actually. And then
It's
Splinter
actually
Cell
pretty
Death
good, yeah.
Watch. I, there was a fucking Splinter Cell. I had no idea.
It
I
came out very silently, very
Okay,
silently.
yeah, I'm like, wait, hold on. I feel like I kind of remotely care because I want to get into Splinter Cell, so I feel like I would have heard about that. And then I heard this is like looking at the list, and I think I might have looked at it earlier. I'm like, wait, there was a Splinter Cell anime. Where the hell was it really? Oh, Netflix. Okay, I don't
Yeah.
really peruse through Netflix too often. I never saw the Minecraft movie, but it also seems kind of like that kind of like, dumb, let's just like have fun kind of like meme it out kind of thing, which apparently look, if you're gonna have a movie that's appealing to younger kids, that's also kind of I don't know. Well, I can't really say necessarily because I didn't see the darn thing, so I don't know what's in it. But hey, if people liked it, then awesome. That means that maybe the actors had fun and they actually like managed to like do a good script and all that. Awesome.
Right.
I don't care because I just never cared about Minecraft in the first place, and I just don't care to see it. Last of Us season two spoilers. Um, yeah, no, as much as like I want to be like like okay, they tried. Yeah, no, I definitely like the whole casting decision with Bella Ramsey and like that's definitely like, dude. I look at like it's Caitlin Dever. I have her pulled. I have the whole thing pulled up right now.
Yeah.
Well, the cast list. It's just, dude. If you just look, if you like have the picture of the video game and you look back and forth, you're like, dude,
Yeah.
it's almost like you couldn't have really done better if if you just, but that's just me being kind of like, superficial about it, I guess, or whatever. And like,
Yeah.
you never know. Maybe she was doing another season of Last Man Standing and they didn't like that for some reason. So they're like, of course she can play the villain because obviously the conservative. Sorry, I'm not gonna go there. Anyway, so Last of Us season two, don't care. Devil May Cry.
Devil May Cry.
Like for me, yeah. Just because I need to go back and watch this again just to like reaffirm my opinion on this, because when I watched it, I did enjoy it. I think that I see the reasons why people don't like it. I think these people just don't know how to have fun. One,
Right.
two, they don't. I hate Devil May Cry fans for this one fact that they can't really seem to recognize which version of Dante is in front of them. This is Devil May Cry 3 Dante. This is
Exactly.
idiot Dante. This is dumb, stupid. I say dumb one-liners and you laugh because, this is the cheeky guy who does like the Clint Eastwood shit. It's the same fucking thing. It's just, I don't know if it was like Robert Atkin who I think did, I think that was the guy who did Dante.
Yeah.
I'm not. I think so. Yeah. If it was him, maybe you would have like, oh yeah, duh, this is him. No, but because it's, I don't know. I don't know what happened. Maybe because it's like, if people don't, maybe it's the fact that it's Devil May Cry 3 and Dante held it back from people understanding like the appeal of this version of Dante. And also, Lady's a good character.
Oh yeah.
Get over the fact that women say the fuck word. If you've ever watched Dexter, I don't want to hear this, bro. Like, it's annoying. It's one of those things where I'm like, I think, to be fair, I saw that one. There was this one video of the ending of Devil May Cry 3 where it was like, it's the ending of Devil May Cry 3, but it's Lady from the DMC anime, and it's just every other word is fuck. I'm like, it's so funny. It's like, well, maybe a fucking devil may fucking cry. It's so funny, bro. Um, so I get the complaints. Ultimately, I feel like objectively, it's like around like a. I don't want to say objectively. That sounds stupid. I don't know. I liked it. I liked the vibe it was going for. I think the anybody complaining about the political commentary in this really just doesn't know like the fact that like okay, you're finally seeing the leanings of your favorite creators. Except to be fair, it's always been like this. It's just now you care for some reason. It's really
Yeah.
stupid. It's just whenever I like the trope the trope of like the American colonizer going in and invading a place, that's been a trope for decades in media. Now we're going to complain about it now.
Yeah,
Like,
that was such a weird
it
part.
was it was kind of silly, and it's like, look, this is so cartoonized that if you really think this is actual one-to-one version or like commentary on reality, you guys need to go out and touch grass. I
Yeah,
need to go out and touch grass, but
that was weird.
that's besides the point. Regardless, I had fun with it. I thought it was fine. But
I thought it was great.
and no, Johnny on Bosch again. He is the goat.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like absolutely one of the
And
I don't know,
he started out as the
the Black Power
replacement
Ranger.
Black Ranger. Yeah, replacement Black Ranger.
Yep, and then became some of the. I mean, Ichigo from Bleach is like as much as I
Yeah.
don't like the anime for Bleach, and that's a hot take, especially because Bleach is my favorite manga. Period. I mean, aside from Berserk,
And
because Berserk is like objectively the best thing ever. But
and
like
it's
for me personally, Bleach is like my favorite manga.
oh yeah.
So, but the anime is kind of like for me, minus Jong Young Bosch. He is the sole reason that carries that thing. Aside from that, and the music is fantastic.
He's also currently the new Broly.
Oh fuck yeah, nice.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
he voices Broly. Um Next category. I've played most of these, except for the only one I haven't played is Peak. But yeah, next category is best multiplayer. It's gonna be hard for this one, especially with the two new contenders entering the battlefield, pun intended. But I think this category, the nominees are Arc Raiders, Battlefield 6, Elden Ring Night Rain, Peak, and nobody cares about Split Fiction. Um, I personally think Elden Ring Night Rain will take it. It's gonna have its battle though, for sure, with Arc Raiders and Battlefield 6, but I think Elden Ring pulls it out in the end.
I would love for that to happen because I put way too much time into Night Rain,
Yeah.
and also I love the fact that it's like I mean like I don't know how to split what is how does split fiction play?
It's it's not the gameplay that it's the story is really
Oh,
it's very
hmm.
it's very pandery.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know like what kind of gameplay it is because I'm
It's
trying to
a
make general assumptions here
it's
because
like
it's like
an two-player action adventure game.
okay, that's fine. I
Yeah.
don't know. It's just like you got I don't know. Arc Raiders, I've heard that people screaming that this game is apparently good. I couldn't care because I don't care about shooters. The only reason I actually like I'm kind of like I kind of almost give a cheeky like help you do well is Battlefield 6 just because of the fact that the guy I think who made or like who is in charge of Battlefield 6 this time around was like one of the OGs who did Medal of Honor back in the day, then hopped over to Call of Duty,
Yeah.
hopped over to make the first couple of Call of Duties, then hopped back to do Respawn and make Titanfall. So I'm like, oh, this guy is the goat. Cool. Okay, so that's the reason why Battlefield 6 is cool. All right,
Yeah.
hopefully it does well.
All right. And then yeah, next category, we can kind of speed
But
through these ones because we don't
But
really
Night
care.
Rain is. But Night Rain
N-
is my personal pick,
Night
obviously.
Rain's gonna. I think Night Rain's the one I want as well. The next category we can kind of just speed through because we really don't care. Best sports. Oh, you shit. Best sports slash racing game. Honestly, the category or so the nominees, I keep saying
It's a
category, but the
stupid
nominees
category.
are FC
Like,
26, F125, Rematch, and then Mario Kart World and Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. I mean, this honestly, this is going to come down between Mario Kart and Sonic. I think Sonic takes it.
yeah, I agree with that, more or less. I do think that is kind of silly. Like the reason I called it stupid was because like why would you put like sports games in like I mean I get like like technically racing is a sport, but like
Yeah.
I'm kind of looking at this a little funny, but that's just me. Sure, Sonic for the the Tylenol that my mother took. Joking.
um, Next category, best sim slash strategy. The nominees are Final Fantasy Tactics, The Invilis Chronicles, so Final Fantasy Tactics Remake, Jurassic World Evolution 3, Sid Meier's Civilization 7, Tempest Rising, The Alters, and then Two Point Museum. I mean, this is pretty much Civ 7. Civ 7's going to take it. There's too many nerds out there that just gushed over this game, so I think that pretty much takes it.
Actually, I don't think so, actually. Well, I mean, maybe, but I've also heard a lot of like kickback from Civ 7. A lot of people I actually know I'm a hairstylist, so I cut somebody's hair and he was talking about Civ. I'm like, which one are you playing? 7? He's like, no, 5. I'm like, okay. It's because the recent ones haven't been as good as some previous ones. Some people just go
Yeah.
back to Civ 5. So I'm like, okay, so there seems to be division amongst the Civilization fans. Hilarious. No. I didn't know there was a Jurassic World game. Tempest Rising, don't care. I don't even know what the fuck the Alters is. It looks like
I
it's like
have, yeah.
it looks like it's a Netflix show. And then Two Point Museum, no idea what that is. Sorry. Ooh,
It's one of
Sega.
the
The fuck?
it's one of the 2 point games.
Okay, whatever. I'm like my personal cast towards Final Fantasy Ivalice Tactics. Sorry, Final Fantasy Tactics Ivalice Chronicles. Just for nerddom sakes and whatever. I still need to actually pick it up and play it myself. But
I'm gonna vote for that, but I don't think it wins. As
no,
much as I would love.
but I think it'll get like probably like if like numbers wise it'll probably put up a decent
Yeah.
fight. But yeah, it'll probably go to Civ 7 anyway, despite the fact that I don't think really Civilization fans are super happy with it as far as
Yeah.
I've heard. I can't say that for sure because I don't play Civ. Sorry.
Next category we have best family game. I mean, none of these are really any good, man. I'm not gonna lie. The
Bonanza?
nominees, it's not good.
Really?
Yeah, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Lego Party, Lego Voyagers, Mario Kart World, Sonic Racing Crossworlds, and Split Fiction. Donkey Kong. I mean, I see Donkey Kong taking this, but I could easily see it losing to Sonic Crossworlds as well. Mario Kart doesn't have a shot.
Yeah, I've
Donkey
heard
Kong,
not great things about it.
Donkey Kong was fun for the first three biomes, and then after that, I wanted to get through it so fast. It was just repetitive, boring. Punch everything. It's not a good game. Mario Odyssey, they were making the comparison. Odyssey's still a better game. Um, but I do think Donkey Kong takes it, and if not, then it's definitely Sonic Crossworlds because the other things on here just yeah, I
Yeah.
don't see any of them taking it.
Toss my hat towards Sonic, but yeah, again, I don't
Yeah,
know. Best fighting game.
best fighting game. Yeah, so nominees are 2XKO, uh, Capcom Fighting Collection. We got Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves, Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, and then Virtual Fighter 5 Revo.
No, not that many fighting games released this year, but there's two of them are collections.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I would have to say the Capcom Fighting Collection is gonna take this one.
Yeah, probably. But I don't know. Yeah. I can't really. I don't have much of a sway in this one. I just feel weird voting for a collection. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That kind of
Then we,
feel that feels weird for me, but whatever.
yeah. Next category, best RPG. And here's where we start getting into the good stuff. So the nominees: Avowed, Claire Obscure Expedition 33, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Monster Hunter Wilds, and then The Outer Worlds 2. This is clearly Claire Obscure. Claire Obscure is gonna take Claire Obscure is gonna take every. Sorry, my kids are playing. Claire Obscure is gonna take every category that it's in. Avowed was a good game, not phenomenal. Um,
It's
Kingdom Come
bad.
Deliver Kingdom Come Deliverance. I've heard some good things about. Kind of
I've
want to
heard it.
dab.
I heard as well.
Yeah, I kind of want to dabble in it, but I'm not sure. Monster Hunter Wilds, I loved. Too short, not enough content. Really
Yeah.
weird how they laid out the content, but still good to go and mess around in. And then Outer Worlds 2 was just Outer Worlds again. It was fun though. Um, but yeah, I'm voting for Claire
Expedition
Obscure.
33.
So yeah,
That's a pretty easy one.
and
We can just put
honestly,
Expedition
it
33.
is the
Yeah.
best. It is the best in this category. Next category, best action adventure game. Now here's where it gets
Adventure.
spicy. The nominees: Death Stranding 2, On the Beach, Ghost of Yote, Hollow Knight Silk Song, Indiana Jones, and Split Fiction. I mean, this one's obvious. It's going to Death Stranding 2. Death Stranding 2 is a great game. It is a pain to get through, but it is a great game. Bonker story. I
Actually,
can't even get into it.
well, I don't know. I don't know. I felt like Death Stranding 2 was perfectly paced in comparison, especially like if you could
Compared
take
to
the
one,
gameplay
yeah.
style of one is very slow intentionally, especially in the first 10 hours to ease you into the gameplay, or more so to like get you into the mindset of like how simplistic the overall gameplay is supposed to feel first and then build off of it from there. It's supposed to be more of like a savor your kind of like your time, kind of like take in the environments, make sure you don't eat, trip, fall, eat shit, and all that. And then figuring out your own route and just seeing the world around you as level design. It's kind of actually like it's seeing the world as game design. It's
Right.
actually kind of cool in that regard. I can go on about this if we ever want to go into a Death Stranding talk, which probably not going to like that'll be probably like a smaller thing in the future, but like whatever. I would love to, but I see Death Stranding 2 is actually a really good sequel to the first game. And it's weird. Like I really liked the game. I still like Expedition 33 still clears it just because of the the amount of shit I felt during Expedition 33. But Death Stranding 2 is really good. I
It,
cannot deny, especially when
yeah.
like when paired with the first one. It's great. It's good shit.
Oh yeah. The only the only game in that category, because the only game in the category that could beat it is Silk Song.
Yeah, people kind of like turned their back on Yote for reasons.
Yeah.
Uh, and then Indiana Jones, I heard was great, but I don't think was
And
I don't
it was okay. It was definitely
really.
Indiana Jones, so you get what you get with that. But no, it was a good game.
And then Split Fiction. So
Yeah, and nobody cares
my
about
vote
Split Fiction.
personally is towards Death Stranding 2, but if I see Silk Song win, I'm not necessarily going to be
Yeah,
super pissed. If I
yeah,
see Ghost of Yote win, I'm going to be raising an eyebrow. But at the same time, like not because like I have any personal animosity, it's complete ambivalence. I just see from the internet how people reacted and the overall quality in comparison,
Mm.
especially to the first one. It seems like it was overcomplicated in some areas and not as cooked in some other areas. And
I
I'm
wasn't
like, okay, welcome to a sequel. I don't have to tell you.
I wasn't a fan of Tsushima either though. So
That's fair. I mean, like, yeah, no, like I've also talked to people. They talked and they like people who don't know like differences between like Ghost of Tsushima and Dark Souls. They're like, I tried Dark Souls and it was too hard. Then I tried Tsushima and like it was cool, but it felt really easy in comparison. I'm like, yeah, because well, different vibes and whatever. It's just
yeah.
like, but looking from the eyes of a person who doesn't, I don't want to say know any better because that just sounds like a prick way to say it. But yeah, like it's kind of bleeds together. You know what I mean? It's kind of like the like the action slashy kind of like vibe or whatever. That's
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, no, but my personal vote's Death Stranding, but
Oh
move
yeah,
on.
for
Moving
sure. Me
on.
too. Best action game nominees are Battlefield 6, Doom: The Dark Ages, Hades 2, Ninja Gaiden 4, and Shinobi: Art of Vengeance. This is Hades all day long.
Really,
Yeah, Hades 2 is a great game. It's honestly, it's probably the best one in here. Now, granted, I have played Ninja Gaiden 4. That game is hard. Uh, I'm generally good at games. Ninja Gaiden 4 gave me a run for my money. Um, Shinobi, it was cool for a NES style game. I digged it. Difficulty was in question. Even in the hardest difficulty, I had no problem with it. Um, let's see. And then Doom, honestly, Doom 2016 was so much better than Dark Ages.
That's
Uh,
so sad to hear, man.
yeah, yeah.
I'm disappointed about that, man. It's upsetting.
Battlefield 6 is just a generic it's a generic soldier movie. Really didn't need to. Great game,
I mean, to
multiplayer's
be f
phenomenal, but it
I mean, to be
just
fair, like, you know, I like if you kinda know what you're in for, I've heard it's really good. If
yeah,
it's like, okay, you want a military shooter in the year of our Lord 2025? Battlefield 6 is it for you, my dude. I don't know what to tell you.
that's pretty much it, yeah.
Which, you know, if that like at some point that's kind of like, you know, well, that's what it is, and you kind of have to just accept it. And I mean, some cases they like to get weirder in some places. Well, then again you get Black Ops 7, then you lose majority of your audience. Then it's
EA,
hilarious.
make Bad Company 3, damn it. Um,
Also, but yeah, I've heard Doom: The Dark Ages. I haven't played Hades 2, but I actually didn't know it was like, you know, like how well received it was in comparison to the first one, because I know the first one was well received. I just haven't heard too much about it, the sequel.
yeah.
Um, I didn't really hear about Shinobi Arbiter. I mean, I remember hearing about it, but I just definitely don't remember seeing it released or anything like that. My tip of the hat will be towards Ninja Gaiden 4 for selfish reasons. I love Platinum, and and to see that they made a Ninja Gaiden game, I'm like, nah, dude. Just
It's
for the sake of chaos. I don't care how good the game is or whatever, because I do want to go through it, because
it's
dude,
very good, but it's
that is a
very hard.
difficulty made in hell, bro. Platinum Games and
It's
Team Ninja, that's mean. That's hilarious.
it's definitely brutal.
That's so
Um,
funny. I need to play that. So I'll go through that at some point.
it's great,
But
dude. It's just
I want to
harder
play
than
through for the
Halo.
first couple of Ninja Gaiden games first, because I know those are hard as hell, but hard as well. But I'll do that at
This
some point.
this category we can skip. It's best VR slash AR game. I am currently playing Marvel's Deadpool VR. It's fucking phenomenal. But yeah, we can skip this one.
Yeah, I got nothing to say about this one, so
Yeah. Best mobile game. We could probably skip this one too.
yeah.
Um,
I'll just tip my hat towards Persona 5 for Persona reasons, and then we'll move on.
I would give this one personally to Destiny Rising. It is a great game. That one kind of brought Destiny back for me.
Really?
Yeah, it's dude, it's fun. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Hell
But
yeah.
it plays better with a controller though.
I bet. Yeah.
So, yeah, and you can get it on Steam. It is free, so
Then is
yeah.
it really a mobile game? Sorry, that's a joke.
Yeah. Um, yeah, but we can skip that one. All right, hey, go. Next category. Yeah, bud.
Best
No,
debut indie game.
best debut indie game. There we go. Now, I mean, here. So again,
This is when it's gonna start being mean. It's
yeah,
like this is like kind of like, okay, I know technically, yeah, but at the same time, dog.
yeah. So,
It's mm, it's
yeah.
like the overachiever when he brings in, like, it's like, I need you to make a car engine out of toothpicks and glue, and this man makes an actual Camaro out of like toothpicks and glue somehow, and you're like, what the fuck, man? What did you do? I don't know. So yeah, I have never even heard of these other ones, because I indie games I feel like are more PC. Correct me if
Yeah.
I'm wrong. So like obviously I kind of stick away from that, because yeah, just lifestyle reasons. But
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
then,
I like some of the cover art for like Blueprints. Looks interesting.
yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
So the nominees are,
Yeah,
yeah, Blueprints, Clear Obscure, Expedition 33, uh,
this pro-
Despalote,
yeah.
and Dispatch. Now, I've played two of these. I'm still going to vote for Expedition 33 in this category, but Dispatch is a incredible game. One that I would definitely recommend to you, Nathan. So essentially, you're a fallen vigilante hero. You then get into some shenanigans and you have to become a dispatcher for the other heroes that are out there. Um, it's basically a Telltale style game, uh, but it's got a goth mummy in it, and I'll leave it at that. Um, but yeah, it is a great game. It is episodic, 6 episodes. but it's a great game. I'm really enjoying it right now. But obviously, it's gonna go to Expedition 33.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's
Expedition 33.
that's putting the big Doberman in the ring with some Chihuahuas.
It's rough. That's rough.
Best independent game we have.
Second verse, same as the first.
Yep.
As much as
So
you hate to say it.
yeah. So again, the nominees are Ab Absolum, Absolum, Ball X Pit. I heard is really good. Blueprints, Clear Obscure Expedition 33, Hades 2, and Hollow Knight Silk Song. And sorry for all the runner up, but Expedition 33 will take this category as well. Best community support. Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, and nobody cares about No Man's Sky. I mean, obviously, this is going to go to Fortnite. Fortnite is just Fortnite's ridiculous. They're doing the Simpsons stuff right now. It looks awesome. Um, Fortnite is eventually going to get so big that it becomes our reality of what was that movie? Ready Player One. That's
Yeah.
basically Fortnite. Um, Shout out to all the other ones. Helldivers 2 did make a massive comeback with the release to Xbox. I don't care about Baldur's Gate 3. That's for you D&D nerds. And I feel like Final Fantasy 14 has come and gone. It's time to rest in peace. Um yeah, I don't care about anything in that category. Uh Anything to say in that category, Nate, or do you want to move on?
So I actually have heard that like No Man's Sky has gotten
Damn it.
significantly better over time, but like I couldn't tell you because I don't fucking play it. So
Yeah.
uh, I would love to vote for Final Fantasy 14 off of Weeb Principles, but I've also like haven't like it hasn't been popping for a hot minute. But at the same time, live service games, I don't whatever. I don't know how Baldur's. I don't know. It'll probably just go to Fortnite. Although
Yeah.
Helldivers being on Helldivers 2 being
Xbox.
on Xbox and everything like that. That's cool. And so I'm like, okay, so I mean, like then again, it's like, is multi-platformism really like the thing we should be like, yay? Because Fortnite's literally on everything.
Yeah.
Which because yeah, again, Fortnite is on everything. I'm pretty sure
Yep.
you can play it on your goddamn phone at this point. I don't know.
You can.
Yeah, so that at this point it's just like, yeah, Fortnite just because of the amount of shit they have to do,
Yeah.
and especially because considering like Helldivers, I feel like maybe there's like more of a mature audience in there. Final Fantasy 14, there is a hefty pay gap. Like you have to pay like a subscription fee for that. So
Yeah,
like
it's
there's that.
30
Baldur's Gate
bucks a
3
month.
is a single player game essentially that has multiplayer elements, more or less. I would say. To be fair, it's probably a mixture of the two. I'm not familiar with Baldur's Gate 3 enough to really say whether or not. The only reason I would say no, like tip my hat No Man's Sky is just because of the amount it has changed over the course of its life. So I have to be like, at least like, give it amount of respect in that regard. But Fortnite, let's move on.
Oh yeah, for sure. Next category is best ongoing game. We have Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, Marvel Rivals, and again, No Man's Fart. Um, I mean, this one, Marvel Rivals has come in and made quite a big impact lately. I know our buddy Mavs is
Yeah.
a huge fan of Marvel Rivals. I played a couple matches on it. Actually, I played like 20 hours of it now. It's not bad. I do like it. It's basically Overwatch with Marvel characters. Um, I would vote for that just because the other ones are all been there, done that, and yeah,
Yeah.
it is a good game.
I
It's
don't
not
know.
bad
Yeah.
for free to play too.
Yeah, for sure. No, I've heard my Rivals is really good. So I'd say, well, I also have to think longevity and like it's probably gonna go to Fortnite, followed by maybe 14 Helldivers, No Man's Sky, even though No Man's Sky maybe deserves to be a little bit above the Helldivers just because of the amount of stuff they've added over time. It's just the problem is that no, like 90% of people stop caring after they release. So
Yeah.
welcome to it. So I'm just looking at it from the perspective of like, in general, but yeah, I'd probably just say Fortnite and yeah, move on. Uh, games for Impact.
I
Let's
I
see.
I honestly don't care about this category at all whatsoever. So I mean, there's
I
nothing
don't
here.
recognize it. I don't recognize any of this. Sorry.
The only one I played is South of Midnight. It was okay. Nothing too good, but yeah. Um
Yep, don't recognize
I
any of this. Sorry.
yeah, we can skip this one.
Uh,
I would say South of Midnight is gonna win this one. Um
yeah,
but
probably.
yeah, it's all right. I don't care. Let's see.
Yeah, I mean to be fair, like just
Innovation.
yeah, just for like cover art, I do like South of Midnight's art the most.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't know.
Let's see.
Despilote. I don't. That's come up. So yeah, that's about as much as I can say. Sorry. Anyway,
Innovation and accessibility. Yeah, we can skip this one too because I don't care.
I don't even hold on. Recognize software for pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content that helps people play. But this is the problem. I don't even know what the fuck this means. But that's. I mean, like maybe in terms of like like I don't know what this means. Like in terms of like I think if it's in terms of like accessibility in terms of like controllers and stuff like that, I understand that, but I don't
Yeah.
know what I it's the problem of just like me having to ask this question of like what do you mean?
This
I don't
next
know.
cat this
Anyway.
next category is going to be rough. So best performance, we have Ben Starr, Expedition 33, Charlie Cox, Expedition 33, Erica Ishii, Ghost of Yote, Jennifer English, Expedition 33, Kanatsu Kato, Silent Hill F, and then Troy Baker for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Oof,
All right.
rough.
So um
I'm personally voting for Jennifer English. Her portrayal of Mael was incredible. Oh my gosh, man, she killed it as Mael. Mael was one of the characters that I thought I definitely wouldn't care about. She was kind of annoying, and I was like, eh. But the further that the story got along, the more I realized how important she was. And yeah, I love the character, and the voice actress is just awesome.
yeah.
Um, but I mean, I could see, I could see Ben Starr taking it too, just because. I mean, Charlie Cox. It's gonna be one of those three for sure.
Dude, Charlie Cox being nominated is one of the funniest things ever, bro. That man was in there for literally like I don't even think a full working day and got a nomination out of that. Like that's either the most like I don't deserve that or like damn, that's crazy. I don't like that is hilarious to be fair. Gustav.
Yeah. Personally, I will
Great
be voting.
character. Great great curtain pull. I thought I would be seeing a lot more of you, you fucking
Hey,
bastard. Anyway.
yeah.
So
I
like,
mean,
hey, to be fair, he left an impact, so he did good. It did good.
yeah,
However, I love Ben Starr. I loved him in Final Fantasy 16. I don't necessarily super love Final Fantasy 16 for reasons we've already kind of talked
yeah,
about. But and not to say anything against Ben Starr, he did it. Oof. Dude, that ending hurt really hard. That man can make you cry. Oh, especially in Expedition 33. Dude, that
oh
man did
yeah,
a fantastic job. Now, I will say, I did not necessarily look this up beforehand, but however, I didn't know if she did this in the Japanese or the English. Because let's see. Um, I don't want to necessarily say this to out of my ass just in case. You okay? Different. Okay, they're doing the Japanese voice actress. I agree. She did good. Oof. No, no in the the Japanese dub for sorry, Silent Hill F's Hinako. Uh, she did great. So I will say, like I hats off to you, but at the same time, Ben Starr. Though
yeah.
Jennifer English was really good too. I didn't know Troy Baker was Indiana Jones.
Yes,
Then again,
he did a good
can
job.
that man is a voice chameleon. I love that.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I mean, his portrayal as Joker in Batman: Arkham Origins was great.
oh fuck.
Um,
Again, that man's a chameleon. That man is
yeah.
an absolute chameleon. Best
Next,
audio design.
I mean, we know where this is going. Come on now. Yeah, Battlefield 6, Claire Obscure, Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2,
This is breaking my heart
Ghost
a
of
little bit.
Yote, and then Silent Hill F. And we know who's taking the crown. The audio in Expedition 33 is second to none. Second to none. The music,
Yeah.
incredible. The audio, the weaponry, the sound that the magic makes. It's yeah. You don't beat that. None of these other games have
I don't know.
anything.
Death Stranding 2 was fantastic in that regard. I loved like all the different like I will actually say that guns did kind of not feel great, but I also feel like that maybe it's kind of partially due to game design. They don't want necessarily guns to feel super satisfying because Kojima's anti-war thing. I get that.
Yeah.
But in Silent Hill F, dude, that game creeped me the fuck out. So I can't. As much as I love Expedition 33, I'm gonna actually say a Silent Hill F on this one. That one was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Fair.
I'll definitely say for me Silent Hill F.
Fair.
But
Fair. Fair.
Expedition 33 and the Expedition and Death Stranding 2 can fight in the corner.
Now we definitely know where this next category is going to. Best score in music. We have Hollow Knight Silk Song, Hades 2, Expedition 33, Ghost of Yote, and Death Stranding 2 on the beach. This is a no-brainer. Expedition 33, I think, takes this one just because, I mean, the intro song alone, you're just like, wow. And then you got the Lumiere song, which is the most notable song, the one that people know the most.
Yeah.
But the best song in the game, the song when you fight Renoir, Cinema.
No, the battle music and the boss music are good.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, this is a no-brainer. Sorry, guys, for coming in second.
I would love. I don't know. It's really hard because I really love the soundtrack in Death Stranding too. It was really good. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm very much pay attention to music and Wood Kids. Oh my god, dude. Uh,
All
especially when
right.
he hit, especially when he hits it in gameplay. And I love how he always like kind of poses it as like a as like kind of like a TV show where it like the credits kind of like pop in the corner real quick and then it goes away. It's like
Yeah.
I don't know. It is a nice touch. I really like Death Stranding too, but I Expedition 33 also. If you play like the just the opening theme, just the like like yeah, I'm probably gonna get teary eyed. So
Uh-huh. I can't
yeah,
I can't wait.
that's the problem.
I can't wait for Flute Guy to get his hands on the Game of the Year songs because Flute Guy is going to kill it. I promise you that.
Oh, I hope so
Um,
too.
best art direction. Let's rapid fire these. So best art direction because we're pushing up on
33.
117. So yeah,
I mean, like I would.
best art direction we got Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yote, Hades 2, and Silk Song. But yeah, I think 33 takes it.
I'll say yeah, 33 takes it. Even though I'll also probably say Hollow Knight Silk Song, good shit. Like even Hollow Knight looked great beforehand. Before when I've seen Silk Song looks even better.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Best narrative.
Again, Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yote, Deliverance 2, and then Silent Hill F. Man, this one's tough. I want to say Expedition 33, but Silent Hill F, man, that was spicy.
I loved F. I really loved F. To be fair, the first ending is hilarious because of the timing. But like at the timing of its release, just saying. But
Yeah,
the actual story of Silent Hill F is really good.
yeah.
It's really good. And anybody who's like, meh, it's like, can we not like just agree with like basic feminism? Like not even the crazy kind, just like the basic one where it's like, hey, maybe arranged marriages isn't for everyone. Okay, Chapish, I don't know. Anyway, that's besides the point.
Uh,
33 though. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah, me too.
It hurts me a little even because I love Silent Hill F a lot, but 33. And I
Yeah,
also love Death Stranding 2, but Death Stranding 2 also hinges on it being a sequel to the first game and your kind of knowledge of that. We'll move on.
yeah.
Yeah. Best game direction.
Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2, Yote, what was it? Oh, sorry, my app closed.
Hades 2
Hades
and
2.
Split Fiction.
Again, Expedition 33, man. Cinema,
Tough.
pure cinema. the only two in this category should be Death Stranding and Clair Obscur. So
As much as like that kind of almost seems like, oh, it's like, what, you being paid by the game awards? Yes, I wish they were. I
yeah,
wish they were
hey,
paying us.
I would take Jeff Keighley's bag every day.
Oh, dude, absolutely. As much like, and I'll happily pay because like even right now, as I'm not being paid, I will say Death Stranding 2 was fantastic. I loved it. It's just I'm also a Kojima fanboy, so whatever. Eh, yeah. All
Yeah,
right.
and
Game of the year.
the final category, guys. So here we go. Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2, Donkey Kong Bonanza. I'm sorry, this game does not belong in this category. Hades 2, Hollow Knight Silk Song, and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Honestly, there's only two games in Game of the Year that are battling out. It's Death Stranding 2 and Expedition 33. I could see either one of these taking it. Actually, no, I'll put a third one in there. Silk Song. Those are
Yeah.
the only three that belong in this category. Um, Everybody knows my position on this. Obviously, I do believe in my heart of hearts that Claire Obscur takes Game of the Year, rightfully so. From the storyline to the system that made people care about turnstile based RPGs, the characters, the music, the world wasn't too much. It was an open world ish. Um, the difficulty of the game, depending on how you played it, if you're dumb like me, you didn't figure out what Pictos were until the chandelier boss. So, um, always pay attention to the other characters. They have valuable information. Uh, Death Stranding 2 again. I mean, phenomenal game, great acting. Norman Reedus is, I mean, he's the goat. Kojima, the world itself, the weird time reigns,
The
the
amount of the
the
amount of
BTs.
commentary too, the more I think about
Yeah,
that game, god damn, bro.
yeah. The style of the vehicles, the missions, the other people's notes, and the the only complaint I have is the final battle. Uh, but
I love it. It's so
I get
stupid.
it. I get
It's
it.
so dumb. I love it. Well, because God, it's so dumb, but it's the wonderful thing about this game is trying to tell you that the cool thing about like games and this whole thing is that it can be crazy and stupid,
Uh-huh.
and like it's telling you that games being fun and silly is the point. Like, why are we trying to like make our entertainment so like dry? I don't know. Maybe that's just I don't know. There's something there where it's just like, dude, the goofiness is the point. You're supposed to be like, this is fucking stupid, but you're like air guitaring with the controller in your hand is also it's amazing. I love it.
Yeah, yeah. But
Plus, also,
ultimately,
the dance
all
sequence also is hilarious. I love it.
ul- ultimately, I do believe it goes to Expedition 33. There's just
Yeah,
hasn't been a game like this in the last decade, and
agreed.
it's yeah, it definitely changed gaming for me to the point where just nothing satisfies me right now because I'm always referring back to this game. Um, I just beat Pokemon ZA, and again, I find myself thinking about Expedition 33 and wanting to play through it again, but not wanting to ruin the first playthrough that I did. So at this point, I probably won't touch it again for a long time just because I'm satisfied where it ended. Although I do know the ending that people least picked is probably going to be the canon ending. Um, but yeah, no spoilers on that. But yeah, I think we're both in agreement that Expedition 33 takes it, right?
Oh yeah, like
Yeah,
that game did. That game did too good for what it is.
yeah,
It is ostensibly an indie game made by relatively a handful of people, and they pulled out probably one of if people if another company if somebody else would have like published it for $70 and it's like you had been like you would have been told you were not told that it was like made by a small indie team. I feel like it would have gotten like maybe a less notoriety, but it's still been fantastic. But it's the fact that
the
they
other
they pulled way above their own weight. Like it's kind of crazy.
the other thing that I would say hurt it too is that it launched on Game Pass. Because
Yeah.
that was copies that could have been sold instead of played. And again, it comes down to
Yeah.
the argument: copies sold is better than players played. Um, But yeah,
Much as I would say for, I would love to say for Death Stranding 1 because, you know, it did reach 30 million players, but it's like, how many did it sell?
yeah,
Not as many.
ex-
But as much as I love Death Stranding 1, it also, it's all, yeah.
Well, that's gonna do it for us, guys. Let us know in the comments down below. Please leave comments, guys. It would be awesome. We would definitely interact and talk back. Um, yeah. Let us know what you guys think about each category. Let us know what you think is going to be the winners in each category, and then yeah, um, we'll see you guys on the next one.
What are you
And
playing
then
right now?
oh yeah, yeah. What do we play? I just finished ZA. So I
Nice.
just finished Pokemon ZA. I caught the final battle, which is catching one of the ultimate Pokemon. Did that, and yeah, I'm satisfied. I will be moving on to Resident Evil 3. Like finally finishing that so that I can continue my journey on to Final Fantasy 9 in February. Or sorry, Resident Evil 9 in February. And then yeah, that's what me. What are you doing?
Right now I'm kind of hopping back and forth between a lot. I was playing a little bit of Castlevania for nostalgia's sake,
Yep.
and a little just more Elden Ring and Night Rain. I did see, however, at the there was like an Xbox showcase recently. There was a game called Total Chaos. I guess it's a Doom 2 mod. That it was like it was a Doom 2 mod back in the day. It was like kind of like a just a fan game that was made that way, but it was like fully remade and like redone up for like modern, and it looks really terrifying. It looks
Nice.
absolutely terrifying. So when I'm in a little bit of a better headspace, I'll definitely check it out because it looks dude, the trailer out, me and my roommate was just like, this is this is gross. And it's only $25. That's
Nice.
tough. No, it's I'm like I'll spend the 25 so you can play it and like check it out, and it's definitely more action heavy. It feels like it feels like a really kind of just like grimy Resi 4. That's kind of like what at least what I've seen so far. But I also am not super into survival horror to necessarily say that with my full chest, you know what I mean? But yeah.
Right, right.
All right.
Cool. All right. Well, that's definitely gonna do it for us, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Like I said, leave your comments, leave your likes. Let us know what you think is gonna win. Um, do all the stuff that you need, share, do all that stuff for us. Help us grow. We are growing at a nice steady pace. We'd always prefer extra help just so that we can get out there. I think we're doing an awesome thing here. We're not your regular YouTubers that you guys see out there. We actually care about the stuff that we do and the stuff that we talk about. So, yeah. Um, till next time, guys. Next episode, we will finally be doing our Castlevania talk. So, yeah. Till next time, guys. We'll catch you on the next one, and then yeah. Peace out, guys. Have a good weekend, and yeah, see you next time.
Have a good night. Get home safe.